In this video, we're going to break down 1 meal a day versus 2 meals a day and help you understand which one is better so that you can follow the most appropriate fasting method for you. Hey Wellness Warrior, it's Dr. Zyrowski, and I get asked all the time, which one of these fasting methods should I be using? And to help you understand which one is better, I want to go through each and every benefit that they have to offer and show you which one will take you to the goal that you're trying to achieve and which one may be lacking a little bit. So when we look at intermittent fasting in general, we're looking at 1 meal a day, which is basically going to be that 22 hours of fasting. And then there's going to be 2 meals a day, which is really going to fall into that 16 and 8 category. Now, both of them have great benefit to you overall, but which one is right for you? Because it doesn't really matter which one's better in general as much as it matters as to which one is better for you that you can follow day in and day out. So when we look at the 22-hour fast and 16-hour fast, I personally follow both of them. And I'm going to get to my plan of fasting that I think works the absolute best once we go through some of these benefits of each one of these. Now, first, let's look at weight loss, because I am sure, just like anybody, you're focused on losing some weight, specifically just the fat around the waist. Maybe you have a little bit more to lose, maybe you have less. But if we were to look at weight loss, which one's going to get us the better result? Well, without a doubt, we're going to find that the 22-hour fast is going to give us better results when it comes to weight loss, because it is going to push us into that fat burning zone much faster, and also it's going to hold us there, okay? Because if we're following this continuously, we are just turning our body into a fat burning machine. Now, the 16-hour fast, is it going to offer you those same benefits? Absolutely. It's just not going to offer them to the degree that the 22-hour fast will. So the weight loss benefits of the 22-hour 1 meal a day is going to be much better. Now let's look at insulin sensitivity. So let's say we're trying to really drive that blood sugar down. And when we drive that blood sugar down, it's driving inflammation down, it's making us feel better and really transforming our health in a big way. So if we want to improve that insulin sensitivity, then which fast is going to be better? Without a doubt, the 22-hour 1 meal a day fast is going to get us where we want to be much quicker. The reason for that is because you're fasting this much longer. I mean, you're at this point fasting for another 6 hours, which is huge. So therefore, when you're in that fasted state, you're going to really get this benefit of driving down blood sugar. Now, is the 16 and 8 method going to work here? Absolutely. Is it going to do a good job? Absolutely. It just isn't going to give you the same benefit as the 22 hours will. Let's talk about autophagy. Now, the big question is, do you get any benefits of autophagy in this 16 and 8, or do you have to at least be doing the 1 meal a day to get the benefits of autophagy? Now, this is a huge question, and if I had $1 for every time somebody has tried to correct me on the exact hour in which autophagy starts, I tell you what, I'd be doing all right. But the funny thing is about autophagy is what matters with it is what you're doing, how you're living, how you're eating in your eating window, okay? That's the big differentiator between whether or not you'll ever see autophagy in this 16-hour fast. There's some studies showing out there that people are getting into autophagy 12 and 13 hours into their fast. And whereas we're finding some people are telling us you can never hit it if you're not doing like a 2 and 3 day fast, or even at least doing 1 meal a day. So the reality is yes, you can hit autophagy here and you can hit autophagy here in the 22 hours. But if you are somebody who is eating a really poor quality diet, you don't exercise, you'll probably never see it on this fast. But if you're following a good sugar-free, low-carb diet, more of like a ketogenic style type of diet, you're exercising, you'll definitely see autophagy here and here. So which method of fasting is more likely to guarantee autophagy? It's going to be the 22 hours for sure, but it doesn't mean that you can't get the benefits of it in the 16-hour fast. And so remember, it's all about how your lifestyle is. And when you're intermittent fasting, you want to be eating healthy anyway, because the reality is if you're going and putting your body into that big fasted state and you're eating a bunch of garbage, processed junk, high sugar foods, lots of carbs, screwing up your blood sugar and your hormones, like, you are not going to enjoy the fasting experience experience anyway. It's going to be miserable. So if you're eating a good, healthy lifestyle, you'll see it over here. So don't get too worked up about that. And if you're not familiar with autophagy, because I didn't mention, it's basically the overchanging of cells in the body. It's when your body takes broken down, it could even be cancerous cells, and it recycles them to good, healthy, well-functioning cells. So now let's talk about longevity. Which one's better for longevity? Well, the thing is about longevity is that most of the studies have really been more in this realm versus the 1 meal a day realm. So the reality is that we're going to get longevity benefits over here in the 16 and 8 and also in the 22-hour 1 meal a day as well, because it's been shown to be anti-cancer, help keep your cardiovascular system healthy, help with keeping good hormones in the right direction, your testosterone, your growth hormone, your BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is going to improve your brain health, protect you from things like dementia, Alzheimer's. So, I mean, from a longevity standpoint, intermittent fasting is an incredibly powerful thing that you can be doing in general, and both of them are going to offer you that benefit that you're looking for. Now, this is the big question. This is the million-dollar question. Which one is more sustainable, okay? Not which one is more sustainable for me, but which one's more sustainable for you. And I think that 16 and 8 intermittent fasting in general is going to be more sustainable for most people, okay? Now, some people might say, you know what, I love this 1 meal a day thing because it's easy. I don't have to focus on finding 2 meals that are healthy. I can just really focus on, you know, that one meal and that's it, that dinner time, right? Whereas other people don't like that as much, okay? And the other thing that you have to take into consideration is not only just time when it comes to sustainability, but what does it do to your body? Because I've seen people in this realm over here with the 1 meal a day start to have poor sleep at night, start to have big fatigue issues. They don't feel well over time. It hurts their hormones over time, especially women who try to practice the 22 hours is just too much, right? So for individuals, on average, the 16 and 8 is going to be the better route, okay? I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, if I'm in this realm over here too long and I have a lot of stress and different issues I'm dealing with, like it really starts to have a negative impact on me. So sustainability wise, I like the 16 and 8 for average people, right? Now, the best plan, which one of these is going to be the best plan to follow day in and day out so that you can get the absolute best benefits? Here's what I think, and here's what I do in my own personal life, okay? Now, I have changed my fasting methods many times throughout my life, but here's what I do, is I follow 16 and 8 multiple days a week, and then I sprinkle in some 1 meals a day. Now, I tend to like to do OMAD about 2 days a week, okay? And it just so happens to be that it falls into my work schedule where I have days I'm very busy and it just fits in very nicely for me. So if you were to practice 16 and 8 intermittent fasting about 4 days a week, and then you were to go and do 1 meal a day about 2 days a week, then you have 6 days of intermittent fasting. And then what I like to do on that 7th day, typically a Sunday for me, what I'll do is don't practice fasting at all. I like to have a big meal, a big breakfast with my family. And the reality is that when you go and switch your fasting methods throughout the week, it helps create a situation where your metabolic system is never going to plateau, right? Now think of exercise, for instance. If you exercise, do the same thing day after day, week after week, you plateau. You don't get any benefit from that exercise hardly, right? You're not getting any better. Well, the same thing can happen if you're fasting regularly all the time, doing the exact same fast, right? So I like to switch it up, and I refer to this as metabolic confusion, okay? You aren't gonna find that in the literature because I kind of just made it up. But that metabolic confusion keeps our metabolic system guessing, right? And so that's why it's never good to pattern our metabolic system, but always change it up. And when you do this, you will get the absolute best results. And I've used this with patients for multiple years now, and I think it works phenomenal for myself and for them, and I think it's gonna work great for you too. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and watch this video over here because you're really gonna love this one.